Alright, Magnus and I are here on site. We're working for my mother again, and we're putting up a wooden fence. Now, what's really interesting about this fence is the footing that we're pouring at the bottom. And, normally you're going to have a post set in concrete every 8 feet. And that's what I did at my place about 20 years ago. And a few years back, the pole started snapping off at the concrete. So what I thought I would do here is pour a footing, a foundation around the whole outside. So the fence is sitting right on it. And then that way, if ever a pole gets bad or whatever, I can just replace it. It's not in the concrete. It's just got a bracket tying it to the concrete. So, little more expensive way of going with it, but I think in the long run it's a lot better idea. What do you think, buddy?
Yes. Good idea.
So we're gonna put up a few panels now. We'll put a time lapse on. And even though this isn't our normal thing, hey, it's kind of fun. Well, as you can see, this fencing goes up pretty dang fast. Really fast. And once we get another stretch of footing poured over here, it's going to go super fast. So, what do you think, buddy?
I think that it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice to have Grandma secure over here and have a nice fence around the horseshoe pits, too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll check you next time when we do some more fencing. Well, Magnus and I decided we're going to pour some concrete at Grandma's tomorrow for that footing, so we're going to head for Home Depot. I'm actually thinking about trying that pink bar out. What do you think, bud? Do you think we should give that a whirl or just use the old steel rebar?
I think we should give it a whirl.
We'll check it out and see. Can y'all use that pink bar? I don't know, it just seems too smooth to actually be like rebar, but I don't know, maybe the technology's there. We'll check it out.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I think yeah. Cool. So you can buy it for that price?
Anybody know anything about these things?
I haven't
Yeah,
cut my
isn't that
hair
nice?
yet today.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Is it good?
Works pretty good. Yeah, I was fluffing it up real nice.
Good deal.
Yep.
Wow.
She's such a goof. I don't think so. We were thinking about getting this pink bar, but they only have 10 footers that I've seen so far. We can ask up front and see if they've got any other ones. We'll just get some steel rebar.
Why do you want the pink?
Well, it's composite rebar, so it never rusts.
Oh, smart.
Well, Magnus and I are heading out to do an on-site estimate confirmation today for a tiny little job. A little bit of sidewalk, some of that bread and butter again. But before we go there, we're going to stop and drop Cody's check off to him. And then head across town. Alright, there goes Cody. We got his check to him and got it cashed. And we are heading out. Well, we've been hitting some heavy traffic on the way. We are definitely in rush hour now, that's for sure. That's okay though. We're gonna make it there in time. It's 10 till 4 now, or it's quarter to 4 now. We should be there about 10 till. So I gave them a window of between 3 and 4 o'clock, and that's what I like to do, is give a 1 hour window. I used to tighten things up. Man, if traffic gets bad or you get held up for some reason, I'd much rather have the 1 hour window. Well, we got the check, and what else did we get, buddy? We got a signature on a contract, we got a check, and we got a start date. So we're gonna be doing another little bread and butter job. So the next time we see you on this job site, we'll probably be doing some door hangers. Back at Mom's for fencing. First we're going to put a hurting on that pile of posts. And we're going to put a hurting on that pile of panels. Alright, well Magnus and I just set 14 poles along our footing. And we're gonna put up some panels and change Grandma's view forever. Well, we got a few panels up today. We're gonna give the rest of that concrete another day to dry. That'll get a little harder before we go ahead and hang any more panels, but it's gonna change it pretty good around here. Alright, we got this whole world changed for Grandma now. What do you think, buddy? You ready to play some horseshoes or what?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Magnus and I are heading for the next job. Orville and I are going to be doing a little job tomorrow morning. We're going to be setting up and pouring all in one day. So Magnus and I have got to get the door hangers done. And I still got to load up this evening, so it'll be a kind of a hectic day for me. But what do you got to say, buddy?
Cool.
Cool. Alright, Magnus and I are on set at the next bicycle ramp jump. We're going to be tearing out these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections and pouring them back tomorrow morning. Gonna do some door hangers, buddy?
Yeah.
Alright. The land of the cut-off tree. Wow, look at that, buddy. Baby looks like she's in pretty good shape, man. Like we didn't need the old purple palace after all. I like that sidewalk, that's nice. Alright, buddy, I think we only got one more to go. Well, that should be the last one, buddy. It's not the best neighborhood, not a lot of bad concrete, but they do need a lot of driveways. Well, Orville and I will be back bright and early, 6:30 in the morning, to pull some sidewalk out. Well, buddy boy, looks like we're gonna have a pretty good day, huh?
Yep.
We get to take a little break from Grandma's fence and go do some sidewalk today. Should be a good time. Magnus and I put out some door hangers yesterday, and then we stopped at Wendy's and got some supper for the girls. And now we're out bright and early this morning. We left about 10 minutes after 5. Orville was going to leave there about 5:30. We're going to meet him over at the job site, get this sidewalk tore out, get it set up, and pour the concrete at 9 o'clock. So, let's see you on the job site. Alrighty, well, Orville, Carol, Magnus and I are on site. We've already got the skid loader unloaded, forms unloaded, concrete removed. It's just sitting off to the side right now. We're getting ready to put up some string lines and get some forms set, because we got mud coming at 9. Overheated camera break. Alright, for today's overheated camera break, we're going to talk a little bit about hand mixing bag concrete versus ordering a truck. Now, in years past, this was pretty much a no-brainer deal. If you were over a half of a yard of concrete even, you just ordered a truck with 1 yard on it. Because the cost of ordering a truck versus the cost of buying the bags wasn't that huge. And by the time you sent somebody to the store to pick up all these bags and did all this handling and had all the hours of mixing, the truck was just way by far the way to go. Now, in the last couple of years here, concrete has had shortages. We've had a super huge price increase, and the whole mathematics of the thing has changed quite a bit. So as far as mathematics go, if that's your main focus is the math of the whole thing, and you don't mind what wearing your back out, there's an argument to be made for mixing up to like a yard of concrete for sure. Now, the concrete shortage we had a couple years ago, that actually had us mixing some concrete. We do a lot of spa pads, we do a lot of small jobs, and we were finding ourselves sending Orville to the store to get pallets of concrete. Mike got real good at mixing it, we all did. And, it worked out just fine for us for certain jobs. We've also had jobs where there's limited access. I couldn't get a concrete truck anywhere near. It wasn't enough to justify a big pump. Hauled the bag concrete up there, poured it that way. But as a general rule of thumb, I think even for this day and age, if you're over a yard of concrete, you should definitely be calling a truck. Especially if you're running a full schedule and you've got a lot of work. It's just hard to justify putting enough guys onto a job to hand mix it when there's other work going on. You can have a truck pull up, you can have your guys there just to wheel it in place, leave one guy there to do the finishing, move on to the next project. It doesn't take up a lot of your day. But if you're a lone wolf doing this stuff on the side or, just getting started and you're trying to do small work and it's more the money than the labor, heck, you're going to come out better hand mixing it. You're going to lose a bigger part of your life, but you're going to come out better mathematically if you mix it. So I don't want to get too far into the weeds on this deal. You can see we were doing some hand mixing, and Magnus kind of came up with this topic. And hey, there's 45 80-pound bags in a yard, and they don't mix themselves. This arm right here is pretty sore because of doing it. And heck, Magnus mixed most of it. You know, it's something we have to look at as contractors in this day and age. It works when it needs to. But for the most part, we're going to stick with Oremus Materials. Finest in town. Alright, let's get back to the video. Hey Jason, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
No complaints, you know.
Eh,
So, we've got that mud coming at 9 o'clock this morning, but we're pretty much ready for it now. So if they get an available truck, they can go ahead and send it.
yeah, we got a yard and a half, 3,000 Class S with Eco Shield in there. And yeah, 9 o'clock.
Alright, is it coming out
It's
of...
due to load in like 9 minutes to make that due time, so we'll probably...
Where's it coming from?
It's coming out of the east side plant.
Okay.
They have a couple trucks in the yard, so it shouldn't be late.
Alrighty. It's that far from here, huh?
It's a 35-minute travel time from there.
Maybe put a half-hour retarder in or something.
All right, I got that retarder in there.
Okay. And that's 22nd and Rosemont.
All right, he has 29th and Craycroft. Probably about the same area, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be close. Alrighty.
All righty, looks like we're good to go.
Alright. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Here comes old Uncle Remus.
Wanting to pour this way or that way?
Well, we got everything set up, ready, all the debris loaded up. Old Uncle Remus is here, finest in Tucson. We're ready to pour some concrete.
The mud is down.
Open the pipe door. We are just about ready to start finishing. And we've got the site pretty much cleaned up other than pulling some forms and pushing some dirt in. Skid loader's loaded. Everything's raked out here. It's going to be an easy shutdown for our first 97-degree day of the year. Alright, we'll give you a little time lapse on the way out. But be sure to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. And I do appreciate this. We were ready to quit, and now we're ready to fire back up. Loving all the comments. Really appreciate everybody's, reaching out and telling us they want us to keep going. So we're going to keep on going. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Be sure to watch the time lapse and all the outtakes on the way out. Looks like it's finishing time.
The brush. Where's the wisdom today?
Don't get flustered. It's not that big of a deal.
Dang, bro, that was an easy day, huh?
Yeah.
You feeling pretty fresh?
No.
Piece of cake. 12 o'clock noon, we're out of there. Well, we're gonna be pouring mud at 9 o'clock, so we gotta be in action. We gotta get that sidewalk out, get it set up, and get ready for the pour. So we'll see you
At the pole.
on the job site and at the pour.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving is like a spiritual cleanse where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. The neon lights in the fast lane life, riding high, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing the game where every single day was a losing battle and every drink was a dead end. Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I've lost my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day.
Any last words for your mom?